Wayzata. Today is Friday, April 20th. I'm Lydia Johnson.
I'm Nash Walker.
I'm Ratika Chakrabarty. Let's scurry into the news. A plea agreement has been reached by prosecutors and the Twin Cities woman accused of being on drugs on her cell phone and driving with a revoked license when she ran over and killed a Wayzata police officer on a West Metro highway. Beth Freeman of Mound has agreed to plead guilty to criminal vehicular homicide and is scheduled to be sentenced in Hennepin County District Court on May 11th. The two sides have agreed to a term of slightly more than 8 years, with roughly 2/3 of the time spent in prison and the rest on supervised release, according to the county attorney's office. Miley Pearl Bowlesby made history in the United States Capitol on Thursday, and she's only 10 days old. Cradled in the arms of her mother, Senator Tammy Duckworth, Democrat of Illinois, baby Miley now has the distinction of being the first infant ever brought to the Senate floor. Ms. Duckworth brought her daughter to work so that she could be with her baby and vote against the confirmation of the new NASA administrator. Other senators were smitten by the adorableness of the child. Miley's arrival was the product of several months of behind-the-scenes negotiation in the Senate, whose rules until Wednesday barred children from coming onto the Senate floor. A few months after Ms. Duckworth announced she was pregnant, she asked Senator Amy Klobuchar of Minnesota, the senior Democrat on the Senate Rules Committee, to help her engineer a rule change necessary because senators are required to vote in person. An African-American family has fled their Tennessee home after months of racial abuse and vandalism. The situation doesn't seem to be much of a concern to the local mayor, however. The family told the local station they've suffered from racial harassment since moving into their rental home in Friendship, Tennessee last year. From vandalizing my car garage, breaking in, stealing things, beating on the door late at night. The abuse has been endless, said the father. Then someone spray painted the N-word all over their house. The mayor responded with, "It did have a little bit of a racial slur to it, but we're not a racial community at all," Burnett said. "That's a pretty building, and it's right on the corner there in the downtown area, and I was more concerned with getting the paint off the building than I was with anything else. So Wayzata, if you're thinking of going to Friendship, Tennessee, don't." Now back to our anchors, Maggie and Lydia.
Sophomores and juniors interested in being a link leader who did not attend an info meeting can still apply. Applications and interview signups are available in each of the floor offices. Interviews are before and after school, April 23rd through May 4th. You do not need to be recommended to apply.
OT students and tutors. The OT is open this week. Students and tutors should report as assigned. If you have questions, please see your dean. Now over to weather with my good friend, Cole Wire.
Thanks, Nash. Buona mane, Wayzata. Today is going to be another beautiful day. This afternoon will be partly cloudy with temperatures in the lower 50s. Later this evening, we can expect partly cloudy skies with temperatures in the upper 40s. This weekend is looking like it's going to be incredible compared to last Saturday and Sunday. Tomorrow will be partly cloudy with the high in the mid to upper 50s and the low in the mid 30s. Sunday will have clear skies for the whole day and temperatures reaching up to the low 60s. The next week appears to be just as nice with no frost in the forecast. Although there will be a few bumps, it appears that last weekend with any temperatures below freezing. That's all I have for weather today. Now let's see Survivor recap.
My only regret was that I didn't vote myself off that Tuesday night. Right there.
Oh my God, the idol.
Come into the bed, people. Come into the bed. Oh my God.
That was so weird.
That was so bad.
So do you have anything to say about Lauren calling you out like that?
Well, you know, I'd like to say I was surprised. I wasn't. I voted Lauren off because she told people I had the idol. And, you know, I just had to do, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And,
And so what we did was we started off with a tic-tac-toe challenge.
There it is. That's the tic-tac-toe challenge.
That was the cooking challenge from yesterday. Bit of another throwback Thursday for you guys. Survivor is all about the twists and turns, and that was one right there.
Oh my God.
Now, following the tic-tac-toe challenge, they had a 3-part game show.
Heck yeah, they did, Kai.
Which consisted of, Garrett?
Yeah, so there was 3 parts to it. The first one was Name That Tune, and Sam was kind of like a walking Shazam.
Now, following the music portion of the 3-part game show was
Famous people.
So what? A celebrity.
It could be famous anything.
It was celebrities or famous characters.
And then the third round of the game was
TV shows.
TV shows, and they could only describe, or they tried to describe the TV show with as few words as possible.
And then finally, throughout the 3-part game show challenge, they were getting letters of a word, which turned out to be letters of a specific color, and they had to unscramble that, run to the cafeteria, and they had to make a bit of modern art with it. They had to take their letters, put them out in tape, melt some crayons over it, and make some modern art.
It ended up being Sam and Ashley who had the most points, which means tonight they do get immunity. So Sam and Ashley, you will both be here tomorrow.
Congratulations.
I feel like we should do Sophie.
Yeah, well, that's why I voted for him in the
Yeah.
first place. Just write
You
one.
have to write one.
This is a, that's a stick. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Ratika.
I think we should go with Ratika.
Thoughts?
Oh, it's Sophie.
That's, yeah, that would work.
Drew Smith here with Matthew Prodzinski, and Sophie just voted off. Sophie, how do you feel right now?
I want to cry because I'm really tired, but like, I don't really cry that much, so.
All right, Sophie voted off tonight. Tomorrow's finale will be aired at 2:45 p.m. That's all we have. Have a good night, everyone.
And have a good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Survivor Live. Right now, the survivors had a bit of a nice challenge this morning where they had to raise money for a charity, which will later be donated by Student Council. So they had about 30 minutes to raise money in the morning, and we have now counted up the cash, and we are going to be telling you that, and the bottom 2 will be voted off. No peeking at this, Ashley. That's not how. The rap battle does not count. All right. Carol came in with $41.82. Sam Lavely had $50.07. Ashley Greenshields came in with $42.68. Ratika, $68.35. Grace Sather came in at $69.22.
Of course. I planned that.
So, Carol and Ashley, you two are off the island now.
No, we're gonna run.
Do we leave?
Sit there in solemn silence. Thank you for joining us for this Wayzata. Tune in at 2:45 for the finale, where we'll have Grace, Sam, and Ratika be voted for the winner. I love grammar. Now over to Tyler with sports.
Good morning, Wayzata. Boys lacrosse took their first W of the season, beating Eden Prairie 7-6. Their next game is tomorrow against the Skippers. Girls lacrosse lost a tough one against EP last night, 21-3. Cece Hardigan said, despite the loss, the team's connection was strong and they're ready for Saturday's game against Minnetonka. Boys track and field has a meet today at 4 p.m. on their home turf. Sophomore Malachi Jackson said Lakeville South has a good team, but there's no reason we shouldn't be able to win. After a controversial Game 4, the Wild played tonight against the Winnipeg Jets. The Wild currently find themselves down 3-1 in the series and must play well if they don't want to be watching the rest of the playoffs at home. The NBA playoffs are starting to take shape. The 76ers beat the Heat last night 128-108, taking the 2-1 series lead. Joel Embiid had 21 points in his return from an eye injury and wore a protective mask that was designed by Penn University. Justice Winslow of the Heat tried to break his mask by stepping on it, but Embiid assured everybody he has 50 more waiting in the locker room. On the West Coast, the 6-seed Pelicans are turning heads this postseason, beating the 3-seed Portland Trailblazers 119-102. They are currently up 3-0 in the series and need one more win to pull off the upset. That's all I have for sports. Now back to Nash and Lydia.
If you are interested in spending a week in Washington, D.C., the Close-Up Field Trip will be having an informational meeting on Tuesday, April 24th at 6 p.m. in the second floor forum. See Mr. Woods in C421 or Miss Jonas in C406 for more information.
Intramural golf registration is now on the ePay website. The season starts on April 27th and will take place at Hollydale Golf Courses on Friday. Register before April 25th to participate.
The Club YES French Park Earth Day Trail Cleanup Project scheduled for this Saturday, April 21st, has been postponed to Saturday, May 12th from 1 to 3 p.m.
Hart is hosting their annual benefit concert on Friday, May 11th, and is looking for bands to perform. If you are at all interested, please email whshart@gmail.com by April 25th. They will get back to you as soon as possible with further requirements. That's all for the show today. On behalf of the Wayzata technical crew, Tyler Knably and Cole Wire and Ratika Chakrabarty, I'm Lydia Johnson.
I'm Nash Walker.
And I'm Tyler Knably. Have a good day, Wayzata.
Am I supposed to be playing? Yeah.